A brave new world emerges gradually within the labour market in Greece, leading many employees who have steady jobs to lower income contracts which provide for part-time or rotating work schedules. Meanwhile, the so-called availability and mobility pools are about to be launched for public and municipal servants. Ρίβα Λάββα is now on the line to tell us all the details on the situation in the Greek job market. Good morning, Ρίβα.
Good morning, Alexia. Well, another word for all this is flexicurity, and it has brought the status quo upside down within the Greek job market, as many employers see their businesses slow down dramatically, and there is an absolute need to cut back on salaries and other employment costs. The Greek state has provided the legislation for those employers, meanwhile, and has amended the laws 3846 and 3899. Both were drafted in 2010. And now they allow for part-time or rotating work schedules, as you mentioned, as well as the transfer of employees into the so-called availability and mobility status, which mainly concerns public and municipal servants. Those who get their fixed labor contracts changed into part-time jobs retain the rights to vacation and the bonus for vacation, as well as extra pay when they work Sundays or off hours. Plus, they can maintain their full-time status in terms of prior service. While they cash in the money responding to their working hours exactly based on full-time salaries. Now, employees who get their contracts replaced by rotating work schedules and such agreements work certain days in the week with these contracts, and they should not exceed a period of 9 months in that status. Alexia, employees placed in availability or mobility cannot maintain this status for more than 3 months annually, earning half of their average pay of the last 2 months in their full-time employment spot. And let me add here that those who are in mobility, if they don't get something steady, then they are laid off. So it's a little bit of a nightmare.
Yes, indeed it is. Thank you very much, Ρίβα.
Back to you, Alexia.
Now, staying on this topic, we have on the line with us Δήμητρα Καρατώλου, who is a career and executive coach and who can discuss this issue further with us. Good morning to you, Mrs. Καρατώλου.
Good morning.
Now, Greece remains, unfortunately, the country with the highest unemployment rate in Europe at 26.9% and a youth unemployment rate now at the sky-high 58.7%. Now, from your personal experience and professional experience, how would you describe the situation for those seeking jobs in Greece today?
Well, the situation is quite challenging for both job seekers and employees because the market is unstable and unpredictable. So this is the climate in most of the companies, and so there are less job openings for people who are looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
Job seekers in Greece have begun to value career coaching and the preparation because they know that they have to maximize their chances and they cannot afford to lose any opportunities.
Yes.
This means that these days they have learned to be more flexible, mm-hmm. meaning that they have realized they may have to gather their income from diverse sources, part-time job, ad hoc projects. They have to be well prepared for both the interviews and also have a very strong CV.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be engaged in various activities, and also something very important, they have to activate their social networks.
Uh-huh.
Networking and mouth-to-mouth looking for a job is very important. The Greek market was always a small and difficult market. Nowadays it's even more difficult.
Right.
So you cannot afford, as I said before, to lose any opportunities.
Have you seen a lot of people sort of changing from one profession to another, using other skills or experience or abilities that they may have, and changing job completely?
Yes, career change is a very hot topic right now, and every day I see people from various ages who are willing and looking forward also many times to find a different path. Since people have seen that there is no or limited security in jobs,
mm-hmm.
they are more ready to explore new opportunities, use, exactly as you said, their skills in different ways, and focus on what they really want to do.
Right.
And the optimistic side of the crisis is that I see very often people who do this career change to flourish and really find they can be more successful in another profession.
So thinking out of the box can be truly a lifesaver for many.
Yes, thinking out of the box and also creative business thinking.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about younger individuals who have not yet even reached the workforce but are on the verge? What are the prospects like for them?
The bad thing is that the young professionals are facing a controversial situation because most of the job advertisements and openings are offering lower salaries, but at the same time they're asking for experience.
Right.
So younger people, young professionals, they're trying to get internships, so gather a little bit of experience, or they decide to continue their studies to fill in the gap between looking for jobs, or they decide also to move abroad, try to do there an internship or a project through European programs, and then come back. And of course, I always advise them, and they are doing it, to activate their network, as I said before.
Right.
So that they get the chance to get into a company, to gather some experience and then move on.
Mm-hmm. And how do you find the response to that? Are people ready to do that?
They know they have to do it. I mean, we are facing tough times and we have to be very active, very engaged and alert the whole time.
Yes.
So it is a new generation that they know from scratch, from the beginning, that they have to activate all possible resources.
So people in a way are becoming much more self-sufficient, wouldn't you say?
Yes. And also they're taking their own responsibility, so to say. They know that they cannot rely on the system, on the state, on the family, because the Greek family also played a great role in employment issues. Now they have to take their lives in their own hands and move on fast on their own.
Well, the reality of being without a job is extremely difficult, but all these things you're saying are very positive as well. So thank you very much for filling us in on that.
Yes, and I have to say a motto that in which I strongly believe, which is tough times never last, but tough people do.
That's a good one. Thank you very much. And is there perhaps a website or a contact detail that people can reach you at if they're needing some kind of help of this kind?
Yes, they can contact me on the website of HR Passport. The name of my office of my company is hrpassport.gr.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Bye-bye.
That was a career executive coach, Dήμητρα Καρατώλου, telling us about the situation for job